What's up, guys? I'm assuming that I'm live right now. Can you guys hear me okay? Is the audio fine? Can you hear the guitars? I just want to make sure. I think I am live. Good. Okay, I see it now. Good. Yeah, this is just the second time that I'm doing this live thing, so I am still learning. Actually, I haven't learned anything. It's so complicated. It took me probably 1 hour just to set this up. So and the reason I decided to just have this conversation with you guys is just to inform that we still have 3 days, actually 2 days, depending on where you're from, for the Black Friday promotion, like the 50% off. So my guitar course, Isotonics, is for the half of the price, and my plugin, which is the sound that you're hearing right now, this is a preset that I made. So it's 50% off, so don't miss this chance. And I'm here just to talk a little bit, with you guys. I would love to hear, some questions. Just have a nice Monday morning talk with you. Okay? Where are you guys from? I would love to hear, to read in the comments. Portugal, Norway, nice, Turkey, Brazil, very, very cool, Sweden, Puerto Rico, let's go. Bangladesh, Texas, kind of a country lick. Argentina, very cool. Yeah, man, I've been digging this guitar so much lately. This is the only signature that I have at the moment with me. I am currently in California, and most of my signatures are now in Brazil. Felt so connected with this one right now. So for this new model, this is my latest model with Sir, my white tee. And so one of the changes that I did was the neck. So right now the neck is a little bit thinner, still in the C shape, but thinner, which is so good. Because I feel like I can just run. thing about Sir is that the quality control is really stable. You know, I don't remember actually grabbing any Sir guitar where I felt that, you know, oh man, this doesn't feel good. I feel like the best thing about Sir is how easy, how comfortable it is to play those guitars, and with this, it's no different. It's just really good. So it just can play fast notes. My signature Black Star Strat is out of stock everywhere. Why? I'm not sure, man. That kind of bums me out for a bit. I would love to see more of my guitars everywhere. You know, I was just in Japan last month, and I only saw two of my guitars, and I ended up asking the people like, wait, where's the rest of my guitars? And according to them, as soon as they arrive at the store, they just get sold pretty fast. So it's a good thing. I hope the guys were actually saying the truth, you know. Maybe they were just like being polite enough to say something, but yeah, so I'm not sure why my black Strats is not, it's hard to find them. Come on, sir, let's make more. Yeah, man. Again, once again, this is my latest signature model with Sir, for those who asked. And what you're listening right now is me playing straight from my interface to the plugin, which is my signature plugin as well with Nero DSP. So it's called Archetype Matilda Sato, and you can find it Nero's website. So just go nerodsp.com, Matilda Sato. And I was just telling the other day, I feel that all the plugins nowadays are up to that next level in terms of, tone, the feel. I feel the feel. I think it's getting there. But the thing that I like the most about my own plugin is the dynamics. You might not be able to get that full clean, but when it comes to the crunch, that edge of breakup sound, this plugin is really amazing. I just love the way how so it is clean, but not completely clean. I love this. And again, it just satisfies the way how I see my tone. So I feel the Neuro people really captured my ideas really nicely. So if you haven't got the chance to try, this is a good time, because again, it's still the Black Friday promotion, so you guys have until Wednesday, if I'm not sure. So I think it's until Wednesday to get this plugin for half of the price. Same thing with my guitar course. So I released 2 months or 3 months ago my first chapter of this whole series that I'm planning to release very shortly. Hopefully by next year I could have at least like 2 or 3 other chapters on. So on this first chapter, which I named Isotonics, is about my perspective, my own perspective, my point of view regarding pentatonics. And for some of you, that would be more like, come on, man, like everybody knows about pentatonics. And yes, I agree with you. But it's me sharing how I see it, because there was this time where I was just doing my own analysis over my playing. Then I realized how pentatonics is the main thing. It's the main foundation over my playing, not only when it comes to soloing, but when I come up with my own riffs, my guitar feels, the Jimi Hendrix sort of influence on me. So anyway, so I just found a way to express and expose this through this course. So Isotonics is about that. It's about my perspective over the scale and how I used it, how I can make the most musical of it. So yeah, again, last 2 days for you guys to get that for half of the price. I think it's worth to check it out, because I don't think I'm gonna make that promotion again so soon. So give it a shot. We're going to walking towards the end of the year. It might be a great time to start 2025 with some refreshment or just an extra idea for you. So let me take a look here on the comments. Actually, I'm not sure if I can see it here. Uh-huh. Can you explain theory on chords? Like when you can use more jazzy chords. Um, there's also a little wing cover one day. I don't remember how to play it. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look on the chat here. I'd love to see Puerto Rico included in one of my tours someday. I would love that actually. I can't wait to go back on tour, man. You know, 2025 would be a year with great surprises. So you never know. Hopefully. What's my favorite pick? And that was asked by Clark Sheep. This is the one that I've been using lately. I'm not sure if. Yeah, here we go. It's the Dunlop Utex. And I'm using 73 millimeters. Yeah, so I love. And the cool thing about this pick is because it's thin enough to play some rhythm stuff. So, for example, if I want to just. I think I can still get that texture of, a rhythm sort of sense. And it's also a little bit pointy, so it kind of reminds me a little bit of that, the Jazz 3 sort of idea, so I can still be able to shred a little bit, So yeah, that's why I like this pick, because it kind of brings the best of both worlds to me. Okay, is this what it's called, the super chat, when people pays for it? Oh, you don't have to pay it, but I appreciate it. Brad, would you ever put the smaller neck from your new white guitars on your pink? You know what? Yes, this is something I would love to incorporate for the next seasons, because now I'm getting so used to it that whenever I play my black Telecaster or my pink guitar or the black Strat, I kind of feel like, oh my gosh, this is a whole different instrument. I'm getting to that phase where I just want to feel comfortable to play, and that kind of the responsible for that was Steve Lukather, because when I got the chance to play his guitar at the Satriani Guitar Camp in 2023, I just realized, like, his guitar neck was so easy, and I just wanted to have the same idea. So yeah, maybe it would be nice. Another thing that I want to incorporate for the next production of my old models is the dots. I want them to be more reflective, because right now it's in black, and whenever you're playing in dark stages, it's hard to see it. So I would love to have that too. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate you. Mark Kevin asked me, straight answer, Strat or Tele? It's hard, man. It depends on each context. I feel like if you have that configuration of a single humbucker, you would get the most versatile possibility ever when it comes to a guitar. But I just feel that a Tele is so specific. Of course, you could get some distorted tones just by, but but there's something about the feel of a telly, especially if you just use. I mean, this middle position is just so cool. Plus, the neck position. It's smooth like a strat, but in a different texture. So it's a hard question. I would still rather pick a strat over a telly, but the percentage would be like 55% strat, 45% telly. So yeah. Archetype Matheus Sato X soon. I really hope so. It depends on Neural's people. Right now they're like very busy with their projects. They still have so many other artists to deal with too. So it depends on them, but I really hope. I can't wait for that. Can you please just blow me away with the A major blues? Oh man, I can't play the blues, bro. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna be able to deliver that to you. I think my playing is it's too busy for blues. I don't think I'll ever get into blues like the way people like real blues players. And I know it would sound a little controversial, but I feel like for you to play the blues, man, you either have to born with it or get totally immersed in the culture of blues, history of blues. And I just feel that it might not be for me. Don't get me wrong, I love the blues. I feel like like for example Kingfish. It's the most impactful guitar player that I've recently, got to know. Every time I hear this guy playing, it's just insane. There's also this other friend of mine from South Korea. His name is Youngmin Kim. He's just insane. And both of these guys have their foundation in blues. So they're just born with something special, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me. But I mean, I could get those bluesy nuances, but to have that blues inside of me, it's just so hard, man. I can't. But yeah. Love your work. My favorite of yours is Left Behind Acoustic Riff. What is this one? I don't remember, man. There's so many videos on my Insta. I need to go back. But thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, let's go for more questions. But thanks once again for being here, guys. I'm having a great time. Once again, this is my second time doing this live thing. It's a little bit, I'm still getting to the flow. And the main reason I'm here is just, of course, talk to you guys, get to connect a little better, but also to remind you about this promotion, Black Friday thing. So we have until Wednesday for the 50% off over my guitar course, which is called the Azotonic. So if you You could find it on my official website, mateusasato.com, and the plugin. So what you're listening right now is my guitar straight up connected to my plugin here on my interface. So if you like this kind of sound, like edge breakup sound, it's your chance to get 50% off of this plugin. And you can find it on neurodsp.com. Send me a super chat in Portuguese. Can you answer? How do I see that? Eu não vi em português. Okay, let's see. Love your work. Okay, Portuguese time. Mateus, se não me falha a memória, você anunciou aulas online. Então, na verdade não foi aula online. Foi uma promoção que eu fiz assim que eu lancei o curso, onde eu selecionei 10 pessoas para ter tipo uma conversa assim de 1 hora. Então não foi meio que tipo, olha, gente, tô oferecendo aulas online. Então foi uma promoção. Quem sabe no meu próximo curso lançado eu faço mais outras aí. No momento eu não tô podendo fazer muito porque eu tô trabalhando no meu álbum. So I was just telling this friend here, because as soon as I released my course, I did this sort of 101 kind of class. It was more like a conversation thing, and he was wondering if I was still doing it. No, I don't actually do teaching. Like I don't like give lessons, but maybe one day, after my second guitar course release or something, I could just extend that for a little more. Music? Unfortunately, I do not. I could read, of course, just like a structured sheet music, but like those notes and stuff, I'll never could be able to like play in an orchestra, for example. What's my favorite chord progression? I love this one, which is like it's a 4, not a 5. It's like this is like a 5/4, and especially in F major. That's what like hits me a lot. Gotta tune this guitar pretty quick. Let me see. There's another super chat here. Let me. How do I actually go back? Remember your video called "When It Rains in California"? So good. Watching you play made me fall in love with playing guitar. But man, of all your videos, that one has always been really special to me ever since. Thank you. Hello Kitty Avatar. I can see your name here. Thank you so much, man. I mean, that song was cool. It was probably around my first year living in Los Angeles, and yeah, this is a place that it barely rains, especially on that year, and kind of the opposite way because where I'm from, Brazil, for being a tropical country, it rains so much during summer, especially. So when I got the chance to experience the rain thing in Los Angeles in South California, I was just like, wow, it brought me this nostalgic feeling. You know, I was just, it made me think of home, of my, my parents' house. So that's why I wrote that song. It brought me a good nostalgia. I'm very nostalgic. I feel like my album would be very nostalgic. Something that could, make you think of the past in a nice or a sad way. You never know. Man, I gotta tune this guitar pretty quick, guys. Sorry. Let me just go over here. How do I go? I need to access Pro Tools. Or maybe I just should try to tune by ear. I think that was the tune, huh? I gotta learn that song again. Yeah, something about it. Thank you for reminding me of that song, man. It's been a while. I'm definitely gonna take a listen. Right now I'm recollecting a bunch of my songs again. I'm still doing that process of collecting the things so I can get the right selection of what to put in my album. So that's really nice, actually. Sam, thanks for the super chat. What is my practice routine? My practice routine, if I have 3 hours, that's cool. It could be subjective. It depends on which progress you want to reach. And again, I told Rick Beato this. My rhythm playing is very my weakness, So when it comes to, because I back in the days I was just so focused to get the chops right. So I'll be just doing this. So I'll be just practicing, pentatonics everywhere. Which is cool. But again, it depends. If rhythm is not an issue for you, then you should just go for whatever you feel like, okay, you have most difficult with. So in my case, the first 15 minutes or 30 minutes, I would be just trying to spend my time with my rhythm playing. So I'll be just like just a from like a simple strumming, and of course with a click on it. So I don't know, I'll be just like. And then after that, I'll just go uh, with the process of mastering the fretboard. And this is something I mentioned on my guitar course. Very underrated exercise, but I feel that that's still my most important exercise ever. The roots. You just identify the roots of the things. That's again a really nice exercise for you to remember where home is, you know. So I don't know, when you're soloing, for example, okay, over a F major song, you gotta know when, where home is, And I give a little bit of a highlight on that on my guitar course, the isotonics. So I would do that and then just practice the scales, again. And in keys that you're not familiar with. So in my case, I would just grab the sharp keys or the flat keys and just, just go with it. And then I would say on the last hour, I would try to just work on my musicianship. So I would either start playing along with songs that you're just, I don't know, you listen or you want to learn a solo, and then you try to incorporate that into your playing. There's types of players, and I get this. You could be the one that replicates everything impeccably, but I also love to just be like a good stealer. I don't know if that's a word, where I get the foundation of a solo or a riff, and then I try to, okay, how can I add my extra sauce on this? How can I make it in a Matteo Zessato sort of way? So I would spend the last hour of these 3 hours just working on my musicianship. It could be either like learning a new song, or maybe just again, making a new song, a new riff or something. Any advice for beginner guitar players? Work on your inversions. I think that's well, again, I have to know what's the kind of sound you like. Because if you're like a metal player, I might not give you the best answer. But if you if you like my style of playing, I'll definitely recommend you to start working on your inversions, you know. D major. Or A. Because that already brings so much musicianship, you know, with just like. This is already like two types of A major inversions, and you can already make a song, like play a hymn like this, you know. That's literally just inversions. So and then you just add those little flavors on it. And then you could do like that sort of like extensions of like, you work on this sort of interval. So for example, I just did. And then you start playing all over the neck. And that's why I keep saying, oh, why this? Because that brings you the natural identification of, okay, where those notes are. And then it makes it more easier, you know, a little easier to just do this more proper, you know. I'm trying to, somehow my chat stopped working. Oh, here we go. Found it again. Let's see if there's another super chat here. Oh, there's a guy who gave me $7. No question, just an emoji. Nice. When are you coming to Portugal? Love the hymns. Would love to a full version of He is exalted. Keep up the great work. Obrigado, Miguel. I'm gonna try to work on that. Let's see if I could actually. Let's give a shot here. So, what do I do when it comes to making a version of a song? It's about. I'm gonna use. This is a spoiler of my lesson regarding chord melody, double stops, all that together. It's about making a cake. So when it comes to a cake, this is the analogy, I'm gonna go for it. You have to build layers, right? First layer, then the middle, then how many floors you wanna go for it. So when it comes to the, chord melody, to me, it's about that. So first thing, you have to identify the monophonic melody. So I'm just gonna be using key of E major because it's a better key to use open strings. Which is another thing very important when it comes to my chord melody thing. I like to take advantage of open strings as much as possible. So his Exalted has this melody, which is so just with this we can have these options, different options. And again, remember, after you have that radar of where all these notes are over the neck, you naturally, organically are gonna start not thinking that hard. So you know, again, that's the interval you want to go. So even here you could have like an open string advantage, which is, so just with this you could already like take advantage of this and be like, so here's already you know, a first layer or 2 layers of a chord melody that you could already provide. I said second layer because now we have the bass together, you know. But so again, and then you can add the nuances, which is like the 3rd, 4th layer, you know, and you could do so. So yeah, so that's the beginning of it. You know, it's funny because I actually never played this song in this sort of like chord melody thing. But maybe you could, okay, let's just change the key if you want it. Again, let's just put it in G. So it'll be, so we can do like this. That's actually kind of cool, man. Thanks for asking this question, because I've never thought of. Sorry. So yeah, so that's how it starts, you know. That's cool, man. You know, very natural. But again, so this is a good example. Of course, not all the songs would have that sort of intervals. So I actually got very lucky with the question because this song has a great interval perspective to be played on a guitar, you know? So yeah. You could actually play harmonics. So it'll be, so you can do all that kind of variation. So this is actually like the last step when you just add like, Guys, be ready, bro. When I do this chord melody course, it's gonna be crazy because I really think this is gonna be so cool for for whoever likes this sort of approach. You know what I'm saying? But once again, if you wanted just the tip, just the beginning of the chord melody, essential. The foundation of it, you should actually take a look on my guitar course. The first one that it's already out, it's called the Azotonics. Again, pentatonics is big time part of my playing, and I feel that course would be very complementary to the next one. So give it a shot. It's 50% off. So planning to release the chord melody? I hope by the first semester of 2025. Let's see. I gotta release my album first. That's mandatory. Shout out to all Filipinos. What's up, Philippines? Okay. Super chat here. Keep cooking, Mateus. Your music is truly godsend. Thanks for being on. Thank you, man. Much love from Malaysia. Thank you, man. Malaysia is really cool. I want to go back. I want to go back to Malaysia. How was my experience touring and working with Bruno? It was amazing, man. Bruno is a genius. Very amazing, talented player. He made me think with a larger frame. Sometimes I still catch myself thinking too much as a guitar player only, like as a musician, very musician point of view, and those are the times that I actually try to remember what Bruno would think in my place. So, and that's the point. Like we not only play guitar, we make music, and music is an expression of art. So that's the most important thing. We love to play guitars to make us happy. But I feel like this is such a small meaning when you just bring that to yourself. So I feel like the most important thing when it comes to why you play music, it's to bring this to others. And Bruno was a good example, a great lesson for me when it comes to that, because when we were rehearsing for the tours and for the Silk Sonic stuff, he was always thinking in a different perspective, again in a larger frame, and that was such a lesson for me, because I used to be like, I'm not sure what, like just thinking. I was just thinking, by myself, like to myself, and be like, I'm not sure if what he's suggesting right now it's gonna work. And then boom, it's showtime, and it works perfectly. So he was a great teacher for sure. Let's see if there's any more super chat. Could you share the settings for Let It Be? Wow, I don't think I actually made anything for Let It Be, but it would probably be a darker tone for this. So what I could do, maybe, like, in case if I'm just using one preset, I would probably just turn the volume a little bit down and the tone as well. Yeah, Miguel, I am playing through my Neuro DSP right now. This is a new preset. I need to tell the Neural people to send more of my new presets because I finally understood the flow of how I actually set it up. So I don't actually bring the output level that high when it comes to my signal chain here. So I'm just using my guitar plugged in my interface, which is the Apollo from Universal Audio. So I just have that. How many bars? Let me see here. If you have an Apollo, you would understand me. I have just 1, 2, 3, 4 bars of volume, 4.5, you know. Do you still use tube amps? Mari Chigas. Yes, I do actually. I actually just bought one. It's from this company called Red Plate. It's so amazing. It's really good. Yeah, man, I would definitely recommend you to check it out. This plugin's really cool for, you know, crunchy tones. I'm gonna try to go a little bit more, distorted here so you could check, so you can understand. Let me see. Here we go. I'm gonna add an extra pedal. This is just the same amp and just with an extra, how do I say, pedal that I added here, because you could have two pedals, two overdrive pedals connected at the same time. Collab with Tommy and Manuel. That would be actually really nice. I love your jam with Steve Lukather, Satriani, and Eric Gales. I was actually that was. I don't know if it was a good decision to be on that jam. I was just so happy because on that night I performed, and then Steve Lukather was right after. And so anyway, so my gear was already up there on stage, and I had no idea what they were playing, and that's the problem. And again, that's the same way I mentioned about blues and jazz. I mean, as I mentioned about blues, jazz, it's kind of the same for me. I don't have much knowledge when it comes to jazz. So long story short, I had no idea what was the song they were playing, and it was kind of like this shuffle blues thing, and then I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? So the only thing I remember was just like, okay, cool, it's over G minor sort of thing, but then it was this a weird chord, man. I forgot which chord it was. I have to actually go over that structure again, and I just felt like I have no idea what is going on here. But anyways, so it wasn't my best, but I had a great time because again, I was just surrounded by so many great players, and but I kind of realized that jams are cool when they're not when they're just there, when you don't upload that on social media, because the comments get a little too toxic, and that sucks. But yeah, man, thank you. Yeah, it was cool. It was very nice. Can you talk about my left hand touch? So again, I'm very influenced by John Mayer and Frusciante and Hendrix. So all these guys take advantage of the thumb. So again, for me, it's nice to. Of course, I could play. Actually, can I actually play? No, I can't. I could actually. So I could play a B flat major 7 like this, but it's easier for me to just play like this because I could have like extra extension for. So after I understood this concept, I was just okay, whenever I get a chance to play with the thumb, I would just do it. So so for example, it's important for my style of playing where I use the chord melody, for example. So for How Deep Is Your Love, so far so good. I don't need the thumb to go any crazy with it, but right here, so without the thumb, I could actually play the melody, but it wouldn't give that sort of flavor with the slide. So here again, so I love using the thumb for the chord melody thing that I do all the time. Okay guys, I think it might be time for me to bounce. like some last questions here. Christmas guitar, please. Man, this is another thing. Even though I love Christmas, I'm not the biggest fan of Christmas songs. But there's this song that it made me think. It's just triads and virgins. This is so good, you know? So I don't know if this is actually a Christmas song. It kind of reminds me of like a Christmas melody sort of thing. So again, you know what I mean? So my hand is my hand is actually very small to use the thumb, but somehow I got it. Plus, this new guitar of mine has a thinner neck, so it makes it easier. Great is thy faithfulness. Let's see. I actually played that 2 weeks ago, but I already forgot how. I forgot the rest. Second take for me. See, I have to remember those things. That's actually cool, huh? Thumb. What's next? Yeah. Yeah, that's such a great such a great song, man. I love it. Is this just me, or the guitar is huge? No, this is actually just the lenses I'm using for this camera. It's like a 14 millimeter or 16 millimeter lens, so that's why it sounds, I mean, it looks kind of crazy here. like a fisheye sort of thing. Let's see if there's any super chat, and then I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna have to drive to Orange County in a couple minutes, so I have like an hour drive. Okay. Oh, when I'm coming to Japan next? Well, I just came back. I was in Japan in October. I spent 20 days there. It was just amazing, really cool. For best, Mateus Sato by Jack. I'm not sure what do you mean by that, but thank you for the super chat. Yes, so once again, guys, when are you coming to Melbourne? Hopefully soon, man. I can't wait to, go back. I played my last time I did a show on my own stuff with my trio. I stopped by in Melbourne and Sydney. It was so cool. I love Australia so much. Quem leva, Botafogo ou Palmeiras? Ah, já é do Botafogo, né? Depois ontem da final. Mas os caras merecem, mano. O Palmeiras tá horrível esse ano. Okay, guys, so I think that's it for me. Let me just play a last song, if that's okay. The breakup song for you guys. That's it. I'll see you next time. Don't forget, 2 extra days for the 50% off of Isotonics and Neuro DSP plugin. Half of the price. So go on my website, mateussasato.com, to check it out, and neurodsp.com, okay? Sorry, bro, I don't know how to play Heroes of Sand. Eu não lembro dessa, Victor. Foi mal. Thank you, guys. Mwah. See you another time, okay? Take care, have a great night, or have a great week. I'll see you next time, hopefully, and I'm gonna get good at this live streaming thing. I promise you. God bless you. See ya.